I sat still. Hours had passed. And it might have just been the fog, but I could have sworn the world got just a little darker. I took them out. I couldn't bury them, and it hurts to swallow whenever I think about it. I cut my hand, but it healed overnight, so I'm not so worried about it. I didn't even know what I did till I smelled it. That death. The stench of death already lingering on my clothes. I ran away. Even having moved them out, I couldn't bear it. How am I gonna get through this? Henry, would you know what to do? Damn it. I found a car, but I haven't quite figured what I want to do with it. I couldn't take it home, or whatever you call this place that I'm sleeping in. I gave it a try with a different car, but there were just too many running up on me. I left it, but it didn't have much gas anyway. And I know that car is still there. I found a bag in that house. I packed it with some essentials. I want to leave for Brandenburg. If I have any chance finding where Henry might have ended up, that'll be my best shot. I hope. I really hope this is a good idea. Nervously staring towards the doorway, Kip listens in as he feels the looming presence of the undead swirling around him. Dropping the gas can in a panic, he is forced to make a decision in the moment he is sure will cost him. He risks jumping through the window as the dead descend on the home, knowing that he could be landing into the hands of certain death. Now feeling more relaxed, Kip meets with the car he promised to come back to and prays the engine isn't far too gone to drive. Turning the key in anticipation, he fights for the ignition hopelessly before it bursts to life by some miracle. Taking a sort of comfort in a treasure such as this, Kip acknowledges the importance of taking quieter routes to deter the hordes from turning the car into a packed lunch. Finally at a riverside, Kip returns to the idea that what he might see outside the world he knows may just be the thing he is most afraid of. Somewhat blindly enthusiastic, Kip dismisses the thoughts momentarily as he appreciates the openness of the road ahead. He checks on the body of someone he can only conclude is dead and possibly infected, hoping to get some answers. Disappointed, he continues on the road that he is more familiar with once more. Cautiously driving through the haunted streets, he reaches the bridge and his heart begins to sink deep into his chest. Wrestling with ideas of chaos and the radical possibilities that the checkpoint had been overrun, he retreats and works on finding a way to calm his nerves. Coughing up his lungs in between each inhale, Kip figures if he's going to join the dead soon, he might as well fall back on past habits to relax him. Driving like a maniac through the congested streets of Brandenburg, he refuses to take his foot off the accelerator as the dead pursue the song of his engine. Coming to a dead end, Kip is forced to think on his feet, quite literally, and get far before he is overwhelmed. Scouting out a safe place he could sleep for the night, Kip pulls himself together and grabs the crowbar tightly before getting to work. Smashing one over the back of their skull, Kip demonstrates the same technique once more as he puts them down for good. He wastes no time gathering his things and pulling them all inside. Figuring there might be something useful in the shed, Kip eagerly takes a look inside and is blessed by a precious hatchet that seems to fit his hand perfectly. Along with a plank and nails, Kip puts them aside in hopes of fulfilling a long-term plan inspired by homes he had passed on his way through Brandenburg. Taking some practice swings, he repurposes a once familiar tool into one that can now protect him. Having a stale sandwich as his breakfast, Kip prepares for a long day of housekeeping. Feeling the weight of each body as well as the strain on his weak lungs, Kip perseveres in an attempt at preventing a repeat of the incidents from before. Heading out to a trailer park, Kip finds some useful equipment and clothing, but that of a shovel completely eludes him. Appreciating the head of an axe more than he had ever before, he understands the importance of taking care of it almost as well as himself, realizing that it now serves as a lifeline that may eventually run out. Gathering bodies into a pile to burn, Kip takes one final look at the remnants of what made these people before they were infected. Deciding on pushing his luck further, he plans to loot the nearby home before marking it on his map. Taking on a small sample of the infected at a time, he realizes he is slowly becoming more capable of taking matters into his own hands. Peering into a busted up car, Kip takes what he can before dealing with the threat at hand. He finds a room filled with planks, but is interrupted shortly after. He makes a mental note and expects to come back at a later time for the rest. Heading upstairs, he looks through cupboards and picks up clothes, some of which he finds are too small for him to wear. He finds a pair of old, sturdy boots. The sight of them make him smile slightly as he stashes them in his bag. Using the key he picked up from one of the bodies, he feels as though his luck might wane now, but he is impressed once more when he finds the car in working order. After a brief rest, he feels it would be a disservice of him not to put the car to use immediately, and so he ventures further out and looks for anything else the houses can provide.